I bet you can relate to this. You want to break 40 minutes in the 10K. You go out to train, you nail a few 1,000-meter intervals at a 3:55 pace. You feel like the king of running, and you think you've got it in the bag. But race day comes, you pass kilometer 4, your legs turn to lead, and your watch ends up reading 41:15. You get frustrated because you think you lack speed, but the reality is completely different. Your flat workouts on perfect asphalt are actually making you a weak runner. Today, you are going to discover why always training on flat ground is limiting you, and how the king of cross-country and half-marathon world record holder, Jacob Kiplimo, hides the ultimate secret to running insane paces without barely stepping foot on a track. But before we jump in, a very important warning and a quick reality check. On this channel, we analyze elite science, but you and I are not professional athletes. Kiplimo lives to run. He has full-time massage therapists, sleeps 10 hours a day, and his genetics are from another planet. If you tried to copy his exact mileage, you'd end up at the physical therapist's office in your very first week. What we are doing today is not blindly copying his workouts. We are extracting his scientific principles and safely adapting them to your routine as an everyday runner, respecting your joints, your rest, and your daily life. Training like the elite doesn't mean doing their exact same mileage. It means training with their exact same intelligence. Now let's get into it. To understand why Kiplimo is an indestructible athlete, we have to travel to the hills of Kapchorwa, Uganda, at an altitude of over 5,900 feet, 1,800 meters. While most Western runners are obsessed with finding the smoothest, flattest pavement just so their GPS shows fast paces, Kiplimo trains on broken, muddy dirt roads with brutal inclines. Why does he do it? Because running on hills and unstable terrain is the best sport-specific strength training that exists. When you run uphill, you force your heart to pump more blood with every single beat, increasing your stroke volume, and you recruit way more muscle fibers in your legs, all with a significantly lower joint impact than running fast on flat ground. Kiplimo doesn't fly on the roads because he does perfect track intervals. He flies because his legs have a brutal amount of power earned by fighting gravity in the mud of Uganda. Let's break this down into your numbers. To break the mythical 40-minute barrier in a 10K, you need to lock in a steady, non-negotiable pace of exactly 4 minutes per kilometer, around a 6:26-mile pace. To achieve this, an everyday runner does not need an insane volume of 75 miles a week. Spending time well distributed between 30 to 35 miles a week, 45 to 55 kilometers, is more than enough. The problem is that most runners train in the gray zone. They go too fast on their easy recovery runs, and too slow or too flat on their quality days. If you want to hold that 4 minutes per kilometer pace without gasping for air by kilometer 5, you need 3 things that Kiplimo has completely mastered. 1. Shifting your lactate threshold, teaching your body to recycle lactic acid by running right at your limit, around 4:10 to 4:15 minutes per kilometer. 2. Strength in fatigue, the muscular power required so your stride doesn't break down when you've been running for 25 minutes. Hills will give you this. 3. Running economy, using as little oxygen as possible at your target race pace. To build that Uganda method into your legs without breaking yourself, you are going to structure your quality training with these 3 key sessions spread throughout the month. Session 1. The strength block, Uganda style. Run 20 easy minutes in zone 2, and then find a hill with a 6% to 8% incline. Do 8 repetitions of 45 seconds at an all-out effort, recovering on the way down by walking and jogging very gently. Finish with a 10-minute easy jog. This builds the engine and raw power. Session 2. The pace block, threshold. Warm up for 15 minutes and perform 4 repetitions of 2,000 meters at a 4:05 minute/km pace, with 1 minute and 30 seconds of recovery at a very gentle jog. This teaches your body to run right near its limit efficiently. Session 3. The control block, 3 weeks before your goal. The ultimate test. Warm up well and do 3 repetitions of 3,000 meters at your strict target pace for minutes per kilometer, with 2 minutes of recovery. If you can crush this workout, a sub 40 is officially in your legs. For all of these blocks to actually work, you can't just run them randomly. You need to organize them into a balanced 4-day training week applying the 80-20 rule. Tuesday, speed or hill day. This is where we bring in that Uganda-style strength work. You'll do the block of 8 hill repeats or short intervals to awaken your muscle power. Wednesday, recovery run. 40 to 45 strict minutes in zone 2. Keep it very gentle, absorbing the effort from the day before. If you go too fast here, you ruin the plan. Friday, the pace day. This is where the hard threshold work comes in. It's the day to log those 4 by 2,000 meters at 405 minutes per kilometer to get your body used to the lactate fire. Sunday, the long run. Between 60 and 75 minutes in zone 2. A comfortable, conversational pace, building that aerobic base and the blood capillaries that will give you endurance in the final stretch of the 10K. As you can see, out of the 4 days, only 2 are high intensity, and the other 2 are run very, very slow. This is the exact balance that allows athletes like Kiplimo to pile up quality sessions without destroying their joints. A sub 40 isn't achieved by running fast on a day you are perfectly rested on a flat course. It is won by training your strength and endurance to know how to suffer when your legs feel heavy in the second half of the race. Exactly like Jacob Kiplimo does in the hills of Uganda. Swallowing your pride, hitting the hills, and training smart is the only way. Now it's your turn. Drop a comment below and let me know what your current 10K personal record is, and if you are already throwing hills into your routine, or if you're too lazy to leave the flat ground. If this video helped you out, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next smart training session. See you on the track.